time. Welcome back to the show, everybody. The show, huh? Like I'm a big shot. Yeah. This is the Solomon Project, where it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. I'm your host, Richard Burns. We're currently in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Southbound on I-65. Having a good old time. I was on Vegan Kings Live earlier today, enjoying myself, enjoying the company of his subscribers. They always make me laugh, so I keep going back. You should go there. Seriously, go there. The professor, the professor, the professor. Whew, she put on some content today. You need to have some I don't know. I don't even know what you need, man. Because when you go on that channel and get hit with some of that content, you need to be prepared. Like I said, I've said it before, that content is for grown folk. Okay? Yeah, you got to be grown to get up in there and catch some of that content. Because it can hit you. It can hit you real hard. Go there, but make sure you wear a helmet. So I want to talk about this soap opera that's about to begin soon after January 20th, or maybe on the same day of inauguration. It might just jump off and the soap opera might begin. And the two protagonists of that soap opera are Donald J. Trump and Mahome Slice, Mahome Bake, Jerome Powell, Chairman of the Federal Reserve. So interest rates have been low, relatively. I still remember when people were, I don't know what they were preparing for, but when it reached 9%, I think people were starting to buy bunkers and ready for the end of the world. But it's nowhere near there now. It's 3 point something. 3 point something from 9. So if you went down from 9 to 3 point something, what exactly does that mean? Because you got a whole bunch of people talking a whole bunch of stuff, and the stuff that they're saying just doesn't add up. You grab your pencil, you grab your number 2 pencil, nice and sharpened, with your eraser up top, and you start writing in numbers and doing some math. But that math ain't making any sense. It ain't adding up. People keep repeating it, though. People keep repeating all kinds of stuff that they keep hearing from other content creators, from wherever the heck they're getting their news from. And when you do the math, it doesn't add up. It's all good. Here's the deal. Here's the soap opera, though. Here's the soap opera. So, economists have been waiting for Jerome to continue bringing down interest rates. Keep cutting. This latest print, this latest data put the brakes on Jerome, and now he's in some kind of limbo, and he's only there because he knows he's going to have to deal with Trump. And Trump has made it clear in public that he's not a big fan of Jerome. So Jerome could potentially be kicked to the curb come January or soon after that. So what do we do now, Batman? This is what Trump wants. Trump wants lower interest rates. And he wants the banks to lend more money. That right there is a very difficult task. It's almost like telling somebody to jump up and stay up in the sky. Stay up in the air. Don't come down. It's kind of like that. You see, right now, the dollar's very strong. Right now. And economies throughout the world, different countries, the different economies from different countries throughout the world have not fully recovered from COVID. So their economies are still struggling. And a strong dollar hurts them, and hurts them real bad. It hurts them because debts that countries owe are generally paid in dollars. So what some nations have to do is they have to take their currency, which has lost strength, and buy dollars. Try to imagine this. Try to imagine you taking $10 to a store and you were able to get £10 of beef with $10. But then the dollar becomes weaker, and now instead of needing $10 to buy the same amount of beef, now you need $14 to buy the same amount of beef because the dollar is weaker. But in this case, it's not the dollar that's weaker. The dollar's strong. It's the other countries' currencies that are weaker. And they need to change it into dollars. So they need more of their money to buy the same amount of dollars, so that they can pay off debts and whatever else they got going on, whatever trade they have going on. Because a lot of trading that goes on, I think it's something like 89% of the trading in the world is done in dollars. So the dollar's strong right now. When the interest rates are low, banks don't want to lend money because the spread between what they have to lend the money for and the amount that it costs them to perform these loans is getting narrower and narrower because the dollar keeps strengthening. If the dollar's strengthening, is because there's less dollars circulating. All right, so let me rewind a little bit, just in case. There's a certain number of dollars circulating throughout the world right now. So, there's a certain amount of dollars circulating around the world right now, and if the bank starts lending, the banks create more dollars when they lend. So if they create more dollars when they lend, that means there'll be more dollars circulating. And if there's more dollars circulating, the value of the dollar goes down. And every so often, dollars get destroyed. Dollars get destroyed when debts are paid off. Dollars are destroyed when people default on loans. So you got to have a certain number of dollars created while a certain number are being destroyed. But if the banks aren't lending money, then new dollars aren't being created. Follow me so far? Well, if the interest rates were higher, then the banks would lend more money. But it's not. And on top of that, Trump wants the banks to lend money when the banks aren't going to profit all that much. And then on top of that, they're going to profit even less because he wants the interest rates even lower. So go figure. That's going to set up the soap opera that I'm telling you about. If you can, go back 2, 3, 4 years and listen to content creators talk about the strength of the dollar, how it's collapsing, how it's disappearing, and all this other good stuff. Well, I guess they got it wrong, because the dollar has not collapsed. It is not weak. It is strong. When Trump takes over, the dollar may very well get even stronger and put an even bigger hurt on other countries. And now, if you're familiar with the people that he chose for his cabinet, you know that there's going to be some trouble ahead for working class people and middle class people. There's a boatload of economists that already did the math. If Trump goes ahead as promised with the things that he wants to do economically, a lot of people are gonna hurt. If he does tariffs across the board with the Chinese, farmers are going to hurt. This happened in 2018 when Trump was in office. He put some painful tariffs on the Chinese. Now, the Chinese government doesn't pay for the tariffs, but what happens is that their sales go down because people here on this end in this country are paying more for the products, so they're buying less of it. And it's not like some other company is doing a whole lot better because they're selling more to us. A domestic company that makes the same thing. Well, we may not have a domestic company making that very thing that China's making. So we wind up paying more. Now what the Chinese did back in 2018 is say, well, look, you want to put these tariffs on our products across the board? Okay. Well, we don't need your agriculture all that bad, so we're going to cut down on the amount of agriculture we buy from you. And the Chinese used to buy a lot of agricultural goods from us. They decided to buy from the Brazilians and from the Argentinians. Soybean and oil and corn, rather. Yeah, we'll go to Brazil. We'll go to Argentina. A lot of farmers got hurt here, and they got hurt real bad. I remember seeing some of the reports where grown men and women were in front of a camera crying, begging that the banks that they do business with lend them money for equipment, lend them money for the purchase of seeds, for the transporting of goods. Crying. And yet a bunch of farmers voted Trump in again, even while he was saying that he was going to do the same thing and put major tariffs across the board on the Chinese. I don't understand that one. I don't understand. But that's the deal. And that will eventually impact all of us. So going back into a trade war, demanding that interest rates get lowered, demanding that banks lend more. That's a strange formula. That's a strange formula. But let's see what happens. Let me know, guys. Was talking about corn farms, was that corny? I don't know. Anyway, stay fresh, keep it profitable, and we'll have Kitty escort you to another town.
Arabam Dacia, seviyorum çift kalem aça. Göremedi kimseden fayda. İşler